Welcome. Hopefully you guys can hear me a lot better tonight than you did last night, but we're live. Working on the Suburban. So, in this live, I'm going to kind of just be doing odds and ends, tasks around here, I guess. So, I'm going to start by, I got some icing that I put on the side of the Suburban here last night. I'll go ahead and sand that off, get it taken care of. Also, oh hey, what's up? Also, I got some icing I'm going to reapply to some of these bad spots. So I'm going to get into that. You guys can watch. Fun stuff. Gotta love body work. For today's flavor of icing, it's a finishing putty. It's USC, that stuff. Cheapest stuff on the planet you can buy from Amazon. Probably not the cheapest, but it's not Bondo brand, so that's all that matters. Justin, I don't know if I want to do body work on your Ranchero, because I don't know if you're gonna like the way I do body work. That was filled in with spray foam. Just saying. Looks okay, but it was rust, but it's not anymore. So for my spreading boards, I like to use just random cardboard. Once I use that side, I'm gonna flip it over. So I'm gonna go get some of this mixed up and fill in my spots. Cold this night. So now if you've never done body work before, you got Bondo, which is just like that's plastic filler. And then you got some other stuff that can go on top of it. Stuff called icing. And icing is kind of like a thinner, it's like more of a finishing putty. Do you like Kingspan greens boards? I have no idea what that is. No idea. Anyway, so it makes it, obviously you put it on there and then just put some hardener in it and you just kind of fold it in. It's like making a cake, if you will. Something like that. Maybe that's why it's called icing. I don't know. Look above your head. I don't know, it was in the house when I bought it. Cold. I'm too lazy, I'm not gonna get up there and paint it either. So the consistency you're looking for is when it changes color. Of course, I got the hardener still in there. I kind of feel like Bob Ross, he's in my canvas. Yeah. All right, so I got a little spot right here. I want to get that filled in. Well, it's not just like drywall spackle. Imagine that. Yep, good enough right there. spot right here. Where else did I see it? Oh, the spot right here I filled in yesterday. Had a little bit of an edge. I really couldn't feather edge it out of. I'm sure I could have, but it would have been waving at you. So we'll just put a little icing on it. Yeah. Look, I shaved my mirrors. Cool. I had a spot right there that was cracked out yesterday. I had to weld it up. Yeah, I got that little spot up here. Spots that feel low, waving at you. A little bit out. Very important when you do any kind of mudding, go one direction. I just went sideways. All right. Wave going on right there. When you're done, you got it all off your board, just kind of set it and forget it. So Justin, are you out there doing your Ranchero too? Working on it? I did. It's a 1974 GMC Suburban. There's lots of spots that I missed on it. Lots. Yeah, that's why I'm already doing this a second time. Nope. That's BS, I'll tell you that. BS. All right. So very important when you're doing body work, you use your hands. And certain colors will wave at you when you're looking at them if you're not feeling them right. So your hand is your best friend. Like right here, I can feel this is just a little high, so I'm probably going to feather that out some. We will cover the whole thing with some high build primer. But we're going to longboard that out again, and using a longboard will help you, make it so it's not wavy. That's the last thing people want is wavy body work. Use your hands, feel up areas. Get low spots right here. It's a little low, but high build primer will take care of that. And plus, it's in a curve. You're not really going to notice it. Oh, yeah. So that's dry from yesterday that I applied it. I'm going to start sanding on that stuff. Real question though is what is everyone working on tonight? Justin, you're playing video games. It's freezing cold. All right. I can't fault you there. Well, there you go. Kyle K. My parents bought one of those brand new 454 on it, fully loaded when I was a kid. So many good memories. Yeah. Let's see what this one's got. It's got the good old big block in it, the 454, and it's 9 miles to the gallon no matter what I'm doing. So it's fun. It's fun. Justin, hopefully your tuner messed with the timing. Yeah, I thought you had the Holly Terminator X in that thing. Diet Coke. Ugh. Diet Coke. Well, not ideal, but I don't know where my longboard went for my 120. So I started everything, I already longboarded everything down with 80 grit just to kind of get it down there, and then I added some filler. So I'm moving on to the 120 grits. Oh, so you just put a sniper in there. I got you. So I think this 120 grit should work out pretty well if I just kind of gently on my hand, I'm like hand sanding the icing. Usually you want to do that anyway with icing, just to minimize it, because it's kind of when you're finishing before you get a coat of primer on it. You can put it over primer too, but I like to hand finish it off just to make sure it's decent, I guess. Prefer a block though, just so you keep everything straight, because your hands can start putting waves in it. So, same thing with icing. It's no different than any of the plastic filler you put up there. Cross patterns, just kind of nice, easy. Probably 90% of the material you're going to end up sanding off anyway. Just get it all feather edged in there. Since it's a curve right here, I'm not too worried about the waviness, because I already have a spot right here that we repaired when it was all rusted out last year, and my trim panel's going to go back on right here anyway, so yeah, you see it. Well, you guys will see it because you're seeing it live. Aw, my hand of damn filler. See, even just with that little bit of pressure, this is coming off pretty easily. So we don't want to take it all the way off. It was just used to fill in that little ridge that I felt there. It's still kind of there. Light finessing. There we go. There. Simple as that. You see how easy that icing comes off. The fiberglass filler, usually you got to get into with either 40 grit or 80 grit to really nail it down. Oh, that's a shame. Did that one too. Here's another dry one. Still pretty low. Got kind of a low spot right there. I might need to put some more filler on it. I wish I had my block. Yeah, that's going to need another coat anyway. So I was hoping with that one I'd be able to get around it, but ain't gonna happen. So I replaced this door last year, and these are spots where, I don't know, probably someone came up and beat it to close the door back in the day. Had a pretty good dent right there, another good one right there. And still just ever so slightly. But it's going to need another coat of filler on it. Same thing with that, I don't like it, so I'm probably going to get another coat on it. Good. Body work. part is I've only got this side done, the hood done, part of the roof done. I still got to do the other side. It's still pretty nasty. But let me reposition the camera here so you guys can get a little look at what I got going on here. So that's what I was just talking about there. It's kind of low. You can see I tried filling in these little nooks and crannies. That's from your spreader board, getting junk in it and dragging in the plastic filler. And I was hoping I could get away with just another coat of icing, but nope. Fender here, that actually feels pretty good. There was another dent. You can kind of maybe see it right there, but that feels pretty decent. Got a couple on the hood here that were pretty low. Maybe more in this area. It was kind of sunk in a little bit. So I'm gonna have to longboard that here with a longboard when I get that taken care of. Same thing over on this side. I got another one that was pretty nasty, but yeah, fun stuff. I'll pull the camera off here. Everyone's going for a roller coaster ride. So over here, as you can see, we're, yikes. It's a result of trying to paint it with tractor paint. Didn't really turn out, experimenting a little bit, and it did not work. It didn't work. So I'll dive into that side here soon, but that's what I mean with paint. It shows up everything, even those are run right there. The body work under here sucked up all the paint, and you can see everything from it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But give everyone a tour of Bert here. Now Bert is my 1974 GMC Suburban, big block 454. There's the big blocks. I bought this back in 2019. It was blue and white and did a lot of work. Cylinder number 2 was dead. So pulled the valve covers off and had a bent push rod in it. So we replaced that. Still got the points set up in it, which is nice. I put an Edelbroken carburetor on it because the Rochester on there wasn't working very well. But yeah, just stock headers. I did do an aluminum radiator. That's pretty nice. It's Chinese. Keeps this thing really cold, but yeah, that's it. New hood. The old hood was rotted out. It actually was hit in the front here and was pushed back and pushed this fender back up into the A pillar here. So we put a new fender on. Did a lot of work to it. I had to do some rust repair down there. Inside, it's got carpet. I put a new carpet kit in it. Put seats out of a 98 Suburban. Center console. Still got the back seat over there. Still working on the headliner situation. Took this thing on power tour here, 21. That was fun. That was fun. Back seat, it's just the stock with the cover and good old fold out, but kind of dirty. I still got some junk for moving in here I got to pull out. It does have a third row and tailgate, because I prefer tailgates over barn doors. Pretty nice, but tailgate's got to get worked as well. I pulled this back cover off, and you can see the seal seems to, have a little bit of rust issue. No, not on a Michigan vehicle. Yeah. So I'm going to have to figure out something on that. It's probably just going to be wire wheel and put some PR15 or something on it just for now, just to get her done. But this is it in a nutshell. Let's see. Power tour starting in Indy. We're meeting up in Florence again. I don't know, Justin. I can might be able to just meet at my place because it's kind of the same. But we can talk when it gets closer. Going to the auto swap meet in California. Yeah, I'll let you know if I need any parts. I think I'm doing pretty well right now. I got a lot of stuff already, but I'll let you know if I got anything else. I'm doing the color of. I'm going back and forth because I went black and I was gonna do like the gray two-tone on it, but I really missed the blue and white because that's kind of classic that it was. You can kind of see it was blue underneath there. So I don't know. I'm torn. I wanted to do something different because no one ever has like a black one with the like a not in a gunmetal gray, but like a flat primer gray type, paint stripe or two-tone. But it just doesn't look right being a square body Suburban. I don't know. Something with black, it doesn't really fit this one that well. Maybe I'm just biased. I don't know. Mr. Bowie, nice project. 99 Suburban K20. Oh, you got the 7.4. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I agree. Nothing beats the, no matter what you're doing, if you're pulling a trailer or if you're cruising down the highway, yeah, the MPGs is not there. Not there. So, yeah. Oh, kind of distracted trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing next year. Tell you guys what, if you are getting to putting in plastic filler, fiberglass filler, anything like that, go with U-Pole. This stuff is freaking amazing. It's relatively inexpensive off Marketplace. I've used the Bondo stuff quite often, and there's nothing better that I've found than this U-Pole. Fiberglass filler, I mean, it's the Bondo brand, it's all right, but for sanding purposes, you're gonna be burning up so much sandpaper if you gotta go through and use the Bondo brand. Plus, the Bondo brand, if you put it over bare metal, it actually collects moisture underneath there when it's going through its curing process, and it will rust out and pit your metal. So that ain't good. But that U-Pole, you can put that right over metal. It says it right on it. Something to do with its chemical makeup. It doesn't allow moisture to get underneath there and get trapped. So one of those other nice advantages. All right, you guys are going back up on the stand here. Probably gonna get loud because I'm in a longboard. So I'm talking about longboarding, getting everything nice and straight so you don't have any waves. It's about $100 from Harbor Freight, and you get some nice longboard paper and you can stick it to it. Purpose behind it though is it gives you more of a uniform flat. It's flat. It does the science, but keeps it flat, keeps your paint jobs from waving. So whenever I start a project like this again, I'm always going to start with longboarding it down. Depending on how bad it is, I might just start with 40 grit, but usually 80 grit's pretty decent to start with. And then you'll see all your high spots, your low spots. You can work at them, put fiberglass filler on them. I'm not a good enough guy to do that metalwork stuff where everything's perfect with metal. No. Not me. Nor do I really want to, because as many hours as this takes, I don't want to do any metal work. Don't want to. Ridge is just fighting me. There we go. All right. Show you what I just knocked down. So right here on the door, it had like a weird, I don't know, I'm gonna call it whiskey dent. Weird dent was right there. And I think this is coat number 2 or 3 of fiberglass filler, or no, excuse me, plastic filler. And I first started, you can see the 80 grit scratches here, we feather edged it. So when you got it, feather edging is just when you transition from either metal to primer to paint, whatever, you can't feel it. It feels like a feather edge. So if you have a feather edge like this, you're not gonna feel these transitions between the metal to the primer to the, or sealer, whatever that is, to the top coat to a clear coat, you're gonna feather edge it down. Same thing happens on your plastic filler. When you can feather edge it, you're feeling for that type of stuff. I have just a tiny bit of a ridge right here. And I think my high build primer, when I get this primered, will take care of that, because high build primer does just that. It builds back up the surface, and then you're gonna flat sand it again with the longboard, and hopefully it'll take care of it, but it's not perfect. The door handle right here is kind of, where the keyhole is kind of concaved in. I guess you can kind of do that, make it, but it's caved in there. And body work, I will tell you, body work is as much as you want to put into it, or as least amount as you want to put into it, because you can spend hours and hours and hours and hours again, and you're not really enjoying driving the thing. So if it looks good enough, which this is probably going to end up being good enough here very, very soon. I hope to have it all knocked down this weekend and in primer by tomorrow. It's probably what it's going to end up being. You got to ask yourself that on projects, because, you know, unless you got all the time in the world, who really wants to be doing body work all the time? Nothing wrong with it, but when I worked at the shop for 3 years, I did not like doing body work when I came home. Not at all. So this was a rust repair down here. I don't remember what exactly I did. I think I cut off the bottom of a good fender, patched it in there, fiberglass filled it. It's other plastic filler in there now. Seems good enough for right now. Had another little dent right there I had to take care of. I don't know. Ultimate goal in this thing is just going to be drive it and enjoy it when I can put money into it for gas. But, you know, things are what things are. All right, I'm going to knock down the hood here. Grab my longboard again. So one advantage of the longboard here versus like using the DA is, well, let me get a DA to show you. This is a DA, stands for dual action sander. Does this number, and as it's doing that, it's kind of a weird wiggly stuff. You know, when you're trying to do a flat panel like the hood and you're trying to use a DA, it's fine as long as you keep it flat. The problem is you usually don't keep it flat. You start putting diggers in it like this and like this and like this, and it digs into what you're trying to cut here versus trying to keep it smooth. More level, the more smooth you can keep it, the flatter it's going to be, the less waves are going to show. You know, because when you got a dent, you got like a valley, and you're trying to fill that valley in with the fiberglass filler. And if you start using a DA, you're gonna start putting those diggers back in it, and you'll end up diving into it. And this is really low right here still, so it's probably gonna need another coat of filler, because even after I take this down, it's still low. I can feel it with my hand. That was a pretty good dent there. And that's part of body work. You just got to keep working at it until it feels right. And then I think this is coat number 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already got 5 coats just on this one. So it's going to get a 6th. And it's going to go all the way across here. That metal is still a little high right there, and want to fill it in. There was another little dent right there that I got to take care of. That feels pretty decent. I don't know. Maybe I'll just say to hell with it and file it down and call it good. I don't know. That's one I don't think high build primer will take care of. I think it's too deep. Too deep. So what is everyone else working on tonight? I'm lazy. I want to not do anything for a minute. Sweet ride. Thank you. how many we got in the chat here? Got 107 people. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Out of you 107, how many Rock Auto guys are out there? That's part of my magnet collection. Yeah. You know how we like our Rock Auto magnets. I'll let my drink go. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably knock that down again. Put this on at the beginning, and those others actually dried up now. That's one nice thing about that dicing, it dries pretty quick, so it works out well. If any of you guys are the new subscribers lately, I appreciate it. A lot of the videos I've been posting lately have been actually taken off, so thank you much, because it helps out the channel. It does. It's kind of cliche to say that everyone's like, please like, subscribe, share, comment below. It actually makes the YouTube algorithm work out well, so it's a true thing. I hate beating a dead horse and constantly saying that type of stuff, but I do appreciate it. So if you guys are in here and want to give a thumbs up, that'd be cool. Justin, how come you can't do Rock Auto 75% of the time, the wrong part? That's because you just need to know how to order it off Rock Auto. That's mean. Speaking of fulfillment stuff, a couple manuals I got here the other day. This is the type of stuff I like. History, Buick power source information. These old GM reference books are amazing. I mean, it just, there's just cylinder block information for those Grand Nationals. You know, if you're gonna build, oh look, I'm gonna build a race car. Tells you what you can do on certain aspects. And this is from Buick too. So there's a turbocharged drag racer bone stock engine to build and check record. You don't see this type of stuff anymore. So blueprint recordings. Tells you everything about a spark plug if you didn't know. Gives you the firing order of the Buick V6 engine, 165432. Yeah. Yep. It's kind of like the old Haynes manual or Hayes manual, Chilton's, but for Buick specifically. That's going to be one of my next cars if I can get my hands on. It's going to be one of those Grand Nationals. Oh, that's true. You do have a bunch of obscure stuff. Here's another one of these little data books. This is from 77 GMC trucks. I might have a square body issue. I don't know. But this is pretty decent. It gives you all the specifications for all the engines. From the diesel to the 305, 350. 427's in here. All sorts of everything. Equipment. So you want to do the drive line. This was like what you can order right from GM, right from the dealer. Like Suburban with a V8, axle, propeller shaft, universal joints, all that stuff's in here. Here's your gear casing for the four-wheel drive transmissions. I think that 84 Suburban we have has one of these SM465s in it. I'm pretty sure that's what it's in there. splicers. What else we got in here? Front axle equipment, brake equipment, chassis equipment, wheel equipment, electrical equipment, truck selection. That's in the neighbor's yard now. Tells you what the VIN code is, how to decode them. All that fun stuff. I thought there was paint codes in here as well. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the paint codes. So if I wanted to go back to the blue and white on this, I very well could. I'd be able to actually get a good paint code and pull it up, and because I have no idea where the glove box is for the original paint code. I'd be guessing. Oh yeah, some options you can get, like the van front end, grill guard, technical books. Oh, they're amazing. They're freaking amazing. Where was I at? Back to getting to work. Sorry for that. Backup compressor. Backup compressor. Might help if you guys can see what I'm doing too. Yeah, that one's... It's gonna need some more. Suppose I'm gonna start working on that. I'll set you guys back over here, put the phone on the charger. It was a little dead earlier. Anyhow, we gotta do some charging. So what's everyone doing tonight? Justin, you know you're playing video games. What else you got going on? Who's doing what? Really wish I had my block. All of my hands gonna be where it's at. special because it's in the curve. Feels pretty decent, but mirror's gonna go back on there anyway. That's gonna cover up some stuff. Take it. The key is with body work, it's all a feel. I mentioned that before, but so where I just sanded all that down, I can feel this is still kind of high. So I can either continue to go at it, or I can put another little thin coat on there and try to bring up this low area. Judgment call. I think I'm gonna try to knock this down just a little bit more. Not perfect, but that's a lot better. Yeah, I think that high coat primer should take care of that. Maybe 2 coats. It's a bad thing with any plastic filler. A lot of this body material is you put it on, and usually you're gonna sand off like 70 to 90% of it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good enough for that one. I have to get into that with the longboard. Tell you too that any body work you do, make sure you get yourself some good sandpaper. Good sandpaper is crucial when you're sanding. Justin, sweet 80s style blue hood, bug guard. Oh, one of those ones that are like really massive. I'll let you know. Probably would look good if it goes back blue, but I don't know if it'll look good if it's black. I don't know if those things are paintable or not. So if you want to eyeball stuff too, another cheat code you can use, grab some. Take some brake clean or some wax and grease remover, spray it on where you're working, and then wipe it down and look at it and the sheen, the shininess on it before it evaporates. It'll give you an idea on what the paint's actually going to look like. Get a mask. Think I should have a mask for some brake clean too? Probably. So if you do that before it evaporates, like I mentioned, you can see it, how it's supposed to, it'll contour and it'll give you an idea if it's waving at you or not. For sure. Faux show. Hardcore, yeah. Yeah. You can tell I've got some brain cells that are not totally there. 20, 30 years at the body shop of this. Well, not 30, 20, yeah. Yes, sir. Most exciting you're gonna see tonight, me not wearing a mask. All right, it's dry yet? That's still a little tacky. That one, that's dry. Is now gone. So that little dent that was about the size of a penny or so, I don't know, it's like someone took a ball peen hammer and went. That little bit of filler that we just put on at the beginning of the live here and now just sanded. It's good. It's good. It is good. So from a reference point, I guess, that I always use is when you look at a vehicle, you always look at the hood, then you look at the sides and the door. That's kind of where your eyes are drawn to. You're not going to look at the roof. You might, but I hardly do. You always look at the sides, so that's where I'll focus like a lot of my body work at when I do vehicles. Because that's where you're looking. I mean, if you want to look at the roof and have it a show car, great, but you know, most general vehicles, you're going to look right at the side here. Should be some videos in the playlist. remember if it was 21, must have been 21. We went through, put floorboards in this thing, rocker panels, both sides. Had the whole back out. It was fun. It was fun. So I bought it 2019. It sat during COVID. I really didn't have a place to work on it. Wasn't there? Yeah. Started working on it here in 21. Knew I was going to take it on power tour. Started with the license plates in the floor, you know, it's for some framework. And well, decided I had to put floorboards in it. So bought the floorboards, put all floorboards in, and rocker panels, they were all rusted out. Went through, did spot repairs. He's been on some body work for a while. Full exhaust, did that before power tour that year. Tires, those tires actually came off of Marketplace. I think they're for like a truck or something. And Sprinter van, or the van hubcaps or something like that. I don't know. Don't remember, that was 3 years ago. Maybe it's all these fumes from me not wearing a mask, who knows. Anyways. Tailgate. Tailgates are neat. One reason I like them, you got the crank here for the back window, and then it locks. There it is. Barn doors, I don't know, everyone's all about the barn doors. I'm not really about the barn doors. I like tailgates. Simply flips down. It's pretty neat. So, yeah, I'm gonna continue on doing some body work. Been at the live now for over an hour. Actually got to fire the compressors up, and I don't think you guys want to sit there and listen to the buzzing of the compressors. So I'm gonna do that. Appreciate everyone joining me this evening. Commenting, interacting, it's all good. Ray, I'll send you $100 if you smoke a shard on stream. I have no idea what that means, so I'm good. You're good. But appreciate it. Hopefully I'll have a video on this out soon. I've been kind of recording back and forth a little bit on it. Well, actually a lot of it on it. So yeah, like all the new subscribers, appreciate it. And we'll see you guys real soon. Take care.